is she? Who is Eve, truly? Is she just Adam's wife? Is she just the first woman? Is there more to her than what meets the eye and what we thought we knew about her? Well, according to my vision, there is. She's not just a side character to Adam's story. She's not just a person that we blame for eating the apple of the tree of life that caused many sins to her descendants. She wasn't just that. It wasn't truly how the story truly went, even. There was so much more to her than what we knew. There's many layers to her that many people have not yet explored or discovered about her. She is a weapon. She is bait. She is the pawn. She is the player. She is life itself. She is loving. She is nurturing. She is innocent. She is childlike, very, very childlike. She is a dreamer. She has a very active imagination. She is powerful, extremely. She can see love within all. She can see light within all. She is hope. She is light. She is love, but she is also darkness. She is life, and she is also destruction. She is death. She is the beginning, and she is the end. She is the first. She is the original. She is the mother. She is the mother of all. She is the mother of black women. She is a black woman. She is the origin. She is a gift. She is everything and anything. She is loved, and she's also the most hated. She is highly misunderstood, very misunderstood. She loves to have fun. She cares about others. She loves sticking up for other people. She's a protector. That I know. Extremely protective. She's very loyal. She's the definition of a loyal one. She's truth. Very, very truthful. Very honest. Extremely blunt. But she's truth. She sees life through a childlike lens, I guess. No matter how old she gets, she never loses her innocence. She never loses her childlike behavior or whatnot. She's still her. No matter how time evolved, no matter how much she evolved, she's still innocent, still childlike. She's old but yet young. That's the right definition. She's old but yet very young. She is extremely intelligent, extremely intelligent. She's also wise, very wise. Who is Eve? that is my description of who Eve is to me, based off the visions that I have about her. I'm going to describe more to you guys about her. I'm not going to go in details with the visions I had about her, but I will share a few for you guys have a better understanding on who she is. What made me do this video is because I just feel like she's highly misunderstood. Like, cause I have experience, I have seen, like through my visions, I'm seeing it from third person point of view and other ways, but like I basically I'm seeing her life, and I'm seeing like her her lifetime like that she lived. Um, she's everything and anything. Like I saw her like being different races as well, but it's still her. Um, but even so, there's visions that I saw where it wasn't always good things happening towards her. Like I mentioned before in the beginning of this video intro, I said that she is loved, but she's also the most hated. And that is very true when it comes to my vision. She experienced a lot of trauma. Um, a lot of people hate her because of her gifts. A lot of people hate her because of her intelligence, extremely that part. They hate her because of her intelligence. They hate her because of her wisdom. They hate her because of her power, because they feel threatened by her power because she's extremely powerful. She's a supernatural being, just like Adam. But that's a different story. But she is very, very powerful, and therefore she get most hated because of that and most targeted. People use her. When I mean people, other beings that know of her true essence, know of her story and her history, who have experienced her even, they the one who hate her or love her or use her. I've seen that too. They take advantage of her. Um, in my visions, I saw that they would take advantage of her. They would cause trauma onto her. Like she was raped a lot. That I saw. She was beaten. She was betrayed a lot because she has a loving heart, so she was betrayed because people preyed on that. The wrong people took advantage of that, of her loving nature, until she learned how to set boundaries. Eventually, she learns all the things that she go through. She always learns and evolve. But I just wanted to share with you guys what I have seen when it comes to her, what she has experienced. But yeah, they hate her because of her power, her intelligence, her beauty. There are those who hate her because of her beautiful. She's extremely beautiful. I forgot to mention that in the intro. Very, very beautiful girl. And she gets hated. Um, and I also mentioned she has a dark side. She has a dark side, and that when I said that they see her as a threat, is because they are afraid of her power. And knowing that she also has a dark side, which her dark side only comes out when she's trying to protect herself. She's not, and like when she doesn't have control of her power. She does have anger, behavioral issues when she hasn't addressed things that have bothers her. If she doesn't address it, it like boils, and then she becomes angry and reactive. But so that's like her emotions and her power kind of ties in together, that I have seen. So it's very like, and like I saw her when she was in control of her emotions, and I saw her when she wasn't in control of her emotions. Therefore her power is out of control. um because people would betray her, they would isolate her, they would bully her. Like she experienced a lot of bullying, gang stalking. um these people just targeting her, especially beings who are also supernatural. They are targeting her. um I don't know what their goal is. Oh, well, I'm assuming to kill her, but like they can't truly kill her. But I guess kill her from like this lifetime until she can be born again or something. Or they want to take her light away, her power. There are those who want that as well. So, um, yeah, she's highly misunderstood because she is a very loving person, very innocent. There are those who could see that, who could feel that. Like many people feel it, her loving nature, her love energy. But there are those who prey on that and take advantage of her, because again, they want her power, they want what she has, and what how they deal with that is to take advantage of her or to use her basically and to traumatize her or just kill her. But even so, she is very hard to kill though. So I actually saw that as well. She's very hard to kill. Um, and another reason why I feel like they are afraid of her is because no matter how evil these beings may be, like no matter how much of a higher power they may be, she has the ability to destroy them, and that scares them. So yeah, there's that. So again, they feel threatened by her. They feel threatened by her power. I would say not necessarily like her nature, like more like her who she is as a person. I think it's her power and her intelligence that they are threatened by. Um, but yeah, that's that's what I saw. Um, the last vision I had of her was about a few days ago. Could have been more. I know it was within this week. She basically she went out of control. Okay, so excuse me. Yeah, you should see my setup right now with my ring light, kind of like a little ghetto, because apparently one of the stand broke, so I kind of have it like the way I position it is kind of funny, but I just wanted to mention that. Oh, I forgot to mention you guys. I have a new co-host, Bambo. Forgot to introduce him, and it's an elephant, and it says "nuts for you." But this is Bambo. Forgot to mention that. It's actually my sister's, but she left it, so I'm keeping it. This is Lucy. You guys know I mentioned her before. Lucy, say hello. I just love these stuffed animals. And this is Annabelle, stuffed animal. But yeah, continue on with the story about Eve. Um, yeah, the vision that I had about her like a few days ago could have been more. Was basically, I think she was in some type of work environment or school. I know it's always a school, but not necessarily school. I don't know what this was, to be honest. I'm just observing from a particular moment of her life, and there was this one person, this woman. She was blonde. She had blonde hair. Like there was an older man in there too, but the rest was like students. Like Eve. Eve was like a student or something, and I guess Eve was trying to get a credit for something for an item that was spoiled. So that's why I think it was a work environment, or she was a customer, or something was going like happening. But I think she was working there. Like one of her items that she had bought was spoiled, it was rotten or something, and she wanted her credit. So she went to the blonde woman, and the blonde woman was basically they were taunting her in a way. Like first of all, like she felt like blonde woman was treating her like she was a burden, like she was um like she had no right to ask her for the credit or something. Like I don't know how to exactly explain it because Eve was confused, and me observing, I was kind of confused why the lady was acting that way. She was just asking for credit, but the lady was just being dismissive. But she was actually like she was doing, she was trying, she's giving like basically typing up the report or whatever to get her credit, and Eve was in the room with her, and there was other students there, and there was a guy that I mentioned, the older man that was there, and there was another student that went up to the blonde woman, and then she was like, "What's going on?" And the blonde woman told her what Eve is trying to do, like basically said, like, "Oh, yeah, can you believe that?" And they're talking about Eve right in front of Eve. Eve seeing that, and so they are basically ignoring her, ignoring like Eve is trying to like defend herself, say, "Hey, what's going on?" Like in a way, she was trying to defend herself, but people was like every person like it just switched. It's like every person in the room just started like saying rude things to her, taunting her, like basically calling her out, like bullying her. Everyone, like, including the man and the woman and the students. It's like a switch went off on them, and then started to hate her. And she was confused, and she felt alone, and she felt, basically back. She felt like she was, you know, she had her back against the corner. That's basically what she felt like, and trapped. And all of a sudden, she just started yelling at them and cussing them ass out. And me observing it, like I can hear my thoughts, like, yes, cuss their ass out, stand up for yourself. That's what I was saying, and then it kind of took a toll. Like it shifted so quick, so fast, and I'm like, whoa. What happened was, like they were, talking to her. There was all gathering around her. Like she was really back against the corner at this point, and she was getting like agitated. All of a sudden, she screamed and had her. She lifted her hands up, and she screamed. And all of a sudden, like I actually like when she did that, I saw what like it happened within seconds. But I saw whatever came out, like what she did with her hands, it did something to the people. And what it did, it turned them into like some type of zombie monster. Like it was like some type of black substance coming out of them, but they were acting like zombies or something, or monsters. I don't know what exactly happened to them. I just saw what happened. If that makes sense. It's like I can't explain. It's like it was like a light, like some type of light. This like went through them. It went through them, and within seconds, it just changed. And then at this point, Eve realizing what she has done, like she like panicked. She's like, "What the hell?" Like she didn't. I guess at this like this particular vision that I saw, like she didn't know who she was. So she's having reincarnation in a certain lifetime. I think it's this lifetime. I believe so. So I think this is a future for her. But because Eve has reincarnated here, hope you guys know that. But yeah, Eve, Adam, all of them, everyone who, yeah. But no, like she was afraid of her power, and she didn't know her what she was capable of. She didn't know who she was. So therefore, the people in there, they knew, the man and the woman, they knew who she was. She didn't. That's what I'm gathering. So like when this moment happened, and she panicked, and she like froze, and she didn't realize what this happened. Like basically the people that was gathered around her that turned to monsters that she accidentally did with her power, because again I mentioned her power and her emotion kind of ties together, and it affected them. Like if whatever she did, she changed them, and then to the point where they devoured her, or what I saw is that they were all getting up on her, so I assumed that they ate her or something. I didn't see exactly how it unfolded, but I woke up from that vision, and when I was waking up, I heard she was afraid of her power. And in a way, that's true, but I feel like she didn't know what she was capable of, and she didn't want that. What happened? She didn't mean to do that. Because again, I mentioned that she's a very loving person. She cares for others. She's a protector, and I feel like, and I mentioned that her emotion plays a part with her power. She was frustrated. She was angry. She was sad. She felt alone, so therefore her power got out of control. It did something without her basically consent, in a way. Like she wasn't consciously aware of what she did. It was just her power took over because of her emotions, and therefore it affected the people, and it changed them, and that's how it happened. I feel like she wouldn't be afraid of her power if she knew what she was capable of, if she knew who she was, and if she had self control. She has to have self control of her emotions to have self control of her power. That I realized. That's what I realized. But that's just a vision I had about her recently. But I had many different visions about her. Like I saw her when she was happy. I saw her when she was intelligent. Like she had intelligent moments. I saw her when she was creative. I just saw different moments in her life. But even throughout that, I saw her, being bullied, being picked on, and like, she still held her own. She evolved, she grew, but like, she carried a lot of pain, a lot of trauma in her. But eventually, she healed from it. But it was still something that changed her. It didn't change her nature, but it changed her evolution in a way. It changed her evolution. It changed her to the point where she evolved. Um, but what I gathered from that, she's highly misunderstood. highly misunderstood. But she kind of reminded me of the movie Bloody Mary. Because they got similar powers, like literally. Like telekinesis, and like something with the menstrual cycle, like when Eve's on her menstrual cycle, she's super powerful. And just like Bloody Mary, if you watch the original version, when she got in her period, like she kind of freaked out because she didn't know what period was, because her mother like basically was neglecting her. Like her mother was just like, well, they said her mother was a schizophrenic or something like that, but like her mother was very neglectful towards her. Like she didn't teach her about that. So when she had her period in school, she freaked out. She thought she was probably dying, and she was already getting picked on. Like she was experiencing trauma in school already. But when she got her period, that's when I think her powers started to get stronger or activated or something like that. And yeah, because right after her period, everything changed for her. And she experienced bullying. Like she was bullied as well. So there's that. But Bloody Mary and Eve, when it comes to like their situation with their emotions and like being bullied and traumatized and like their power, I feel like there's a similarity there, and I feel like that movie is based off of Eve. Like seriously, because um, when she's out of control of her power, but yeah, there's a similarity there. Bloody Mary and Eve. I highly believe that. Um, yeah, but I also feel like Eve is also Mary Magdalene. I feel like they're the same person because that was actually mentioned in one of my visions. Um, yeah, so I feel like Eve and Mary Magdalene is the same person. So there's that. Um, and then Bloody Mary, Mary Magdalene. I don't know. It's just it's something there. It's something there. It's I'm connecting. I'm connecting the dots. That's what I'm doing. But that is all for today's video. I did not want this to be long, but thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to know more of my videos I upload, and sending you guys lots of rainbow. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Bye.